Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who are well. And Shalom to sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning. And to you brothers preaching and teaching the truth through the four corners of the earth. To Brother Nathan coming out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. I just want to hit a quick video that came across this morning. More wars and rumors of wars, as we read it here. Israel and Hezbollah trade heavy fire before pulling back, jolting their region, brace for war. All right, so I'm getting right
also
into the
monitoring
video.
new tensions in the Middle East after Israel and Hezbollah exchange heavy fire.
The attacks represent a major escalation, adding to fears of an all-out regional war. KTLA's Gene King joins us live right here in studio with more on the global impacts of this latest fighting. Good morning to you, Gene.
Good morning, Megan and Lauren. President Joe Biden watching this international crisis closely this morning with his national security team after reports that Israel launched powerful airstrikes against militant group Hezbollah. Let's take a look. Well, Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah delivered a speech earlier this morning after Israel's wave of airstrikes across southern Lebanon. The militant group says they avenged the killing of one of their top commanders with hundreds of rockets and drones. Early this morning, a dramatic escalation there erupted as militants from Israel's group there launched intense airstrikes across southern Lebanon, or I should say from Hezbollah, hitting Hezbollah in what it called preemptive strikes against militants preparing to attack. Soon after, Hezbollah launched a barrage of missiles and rockets in retaliation for the killing of a top military commander, as we mentioned earlier last month in Beirut. Now, the group backed by Iran called these strikes, quote, first phase of its response. The fierce exchange of fire stoked lots of fears of full-blown regional war that could involve the U.S., Iran, and its allies. Reports say at least 3 people were killed in Lebanon's strikes, through Israel reporting that they actually had no casualties on their side, so discrepancies in their reports this morning. Now, both sides have insisted their attacks were aimed at military targets, but the situation is extremely tense. And amid these clashes, U.S. and overseas diplomats are desperately working to broker a ceasefire in the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict, with new talks taking place in Egypt right now. Hezbollah has promised to stop its assaults if a ceasefire is reached in Gaza. Now, the Israeli military says they're doing everything to protect their citizens. Let's take a listen.
Aggression risks dragging the people of Lebanon.
Now, mind you, remember, Israel, the Israelis, their stance has been this the whole time, that they're not doing no damn ceasefire in Gaza. All right. They're looking to cleanse those people out of the land so they can gain more real estate, fair to say. All right, so we can't forget that. So, and then you'll see how this guy talks right now. They're really not going to back down. So, plus, Yahweh Shimon Shah, he's going to continue to escalate these wars and rumors of war in that region, because hey, we're at the end. We're coming to the climax of this rulership. All right, we're looking for the battle of Jehoshaphat in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Yahweh Shabbat. Lord's judgment. All right, that's what's about to go down soon. Obviously, first and foremost, though, we have to have the mandatory implementation of the MOT to the B, that Karagma, that RFID chip first, before World War III fully breaks out in its entirety.
The people of Israel and the whole region into a wider escalation. Israel will not tolerate Hezbollah's attacks on our civilians. We are operating in self-defense from Hezbollah and any other enemy that joins in their attacks against us. And we are ready to do everything we need to defend the people of Israel.
In addition, Israeli Prime Minister...
See, that's also the mindset that they have. That's why I said, the least of the flock shall draw them out. The small hatters, the ones that are, over in that land, one of the tribes of Esau, the head tribe, hey, they're not going to back down. And they're the least of the tribes of Esau, population-wise and whatnot, And guess what? They're gonna bring out everybody into this war, man. Which they already are. That's why the pieces on the board are moving now. All right.
Benjamin Netanyahu says that Hezbollah tried to attack Israel with rockets and drones this morning, and that Israeli defense forces removed that threat with a, quote, preemptive strike, handing out crushing blows, destroying thousands of short-range rockets that intended to harm Israel citizens. And this, fighting caused major disruptions with flight cancellations and delays. And in Tel Aviv, outdoor activities were stopped and beaches were closed.
You got to remember, that's a strategy, too, to put an offensive to lower the defensive. So remember, those missiles, they don't just replenish themselves. So those got to be reloaded and restocked. And guess what? That continuous attacks on these lands, man, they're what? Running out of ammunition. You got to remember that too. A lot of this is strategic to where, leave them bare that way, That's why the Lord is so cold. So, that's something to think about.
Because of such great risk. Well, coming into our newsroom right now, according to the U.S. ambassador to the UN, there could be a broker deal, hostage negotiations. It looks like Israel has accepted so far. They're waiting for Hamas when we're talking about Gaza. More on that coming up in the next hour. Gene Kang, back to you.
Yeah, and that's it on that. Get a couple of precepts and, we'll close it out. But yeah, it's going down. All right. Once again, these are exciting times. This is what we need. This is what we want. All right. If you're so-called, the hopeful elect, if you're, a man or woman that claim to believe in Yahweh Shem Shah, this is what you want to see. This is excitement. Matthew 24, and I'll start at verse 6, and it says, it's red letter Yahweh Shah speaking. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. See, don't be troubled, right? Why Yahweh Shem Shah? For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, and even with this, as we're speaking, like the end's not yet. All right, but it's building up to the end, right? It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? And see, this is just the beginning, all right? But it's necessary for what? The coming of the kingdom, man. All right, so we need this to play out. We need prophecy to be fulfilled. Is what it says, and that's all. And that's what's going on right now. This is Habakkuk 2 and. I'll get straight to the point. It says, Habakkuk 2 and 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. See? It was a vision, the prophecies.